You hear all that water rushing down the American River. The recent storms are a dream come true for some people. Experienced, keyword there. Kayakers took off in El Dorado Hills and kayaked 22 miles in 2 hours. They say the river was about 15 to 20 times higher than they're used to seeing. Good morning. Thank you for joining us right here on the Morning Blend. It is Thursday, January 12th. I am Megan Tellis, and you are watching the ABC 10 Information Network. It's still raining out there today, but it won't be anything like we've seen in the past few days. We're starting to dry out before the next round of storms come in. Next week already, Rob Carmark's going to talk about that, but check this out. Video of a sinkhole in Nevada City. This is incredible stuff. So it's in the parking lot of Stonehouse Restaurant, close to Deer Creek on Board Street. This is right across the street from Lefty's Grill. We have spent all week covering Lefty's because they've faced some serious flooding. This sinkhole is about 20 feet wide, 10 feet deep. There is no serious damage, and the city is working on repairs. Rob Carmark, that's incredible stuff.
That's incredible. And you know, there's the damage that you see, like this big tree down in Georgetown, and then there's the sort of the damage that's to come, that's lurking underneath the surface. So even after the rain stops later on today, we are looking for possible landslides down the road. The ground is very wet, it's heavy, it's saturated and slick, and even after the rain, you can still tend to see those issues in the coming days. So what we're going to see here is some clearing, finally, but we're not there yet. Some heavy snow moving into the Sierra. We're still going to have about a foot or more coming in from the south, hitting South Lake Tahoe first. Now it's starting to move into Truckee and points off to the north, and the rain is still with us. Wet roads this morning, kind of a tough commute, but this cannot last forever. You see the end of the storm is just off the coast, off San Francisco, as it moves through later on this afternoon. We are going to be done for a long time. So the bottom line is this: we still have some morning rain and snow to get through, clearing later today, and we should have a dry weekend ahead.
This is me entering with my cartwheel. Chains required. 80, specifically Kingville to Truckee. 50, 1.5 miles east of Kyberts to Myers, and 89 Pickett's Junction to Luther Pass. I have another update on that accident on J Street 5 northbound. Yes, the 1 and 2 lanes are open. However, they're not expecting to get that cleared up until about 3 hours. So we got a long way to go with that. If anything happens sooner, I'll let you guys know. Another update on that accident, Cap City Freeway southbound at the 50 eastbound and westbound connector. The cars, they're still working to get those out of the roadway again. So hopefully that gets taken care of soon. Overall, the drive is looking pretty good right now. It's still early though, so a lot may happen. We're dealing with a closure. 99 northbound at Dillard Road. That off ramp, northbound and southbound, is closed. There are no times listed as far as when they'll open that back up. So if anything happens about that, again, I'll let you know on that as well. Stockton, we're looking good. Manteca and Modesto, we're still looking good there as well. Drive times, 10 minutes. 5 south Natomas to downtown Sac, and already 46 minutes 5 north, Elk Grove to downtown. Megan?
Thank you, Cornelia. It is 6:03 a.m. People in the Sierra are digging out from feet of snow this morning, and really dangerous conditions remain. This video makes, well, it looks like a beautiful winter wonderland up near Truckee, but public works teams say they are all hands on deck and working hard to keep up with all of the snow. Much of North Tahoe had been without power, but Walt Gray is here with some good news this morning. Hey there, Walt.
Megan, it looks beautiful to us because we're not there right now.
Right.
And overnight, North Tahoe fire crews updated us on the situation. The utility company Liberty Utilities has restored power to more than 16,000 customers in the areas of Truckee, North Star, Kings Beach, Squaw Valley, and Tahoe City. And they're still working to restore power to 6,500 other homes and businesses. They've been dealing with many power outages due to down power lines and trees. Wind has been an issue, blowing that stuff down. Take a look at some of these images. Trees have been falling all over the Tahoe Basin due to the heavy snow, very wet soil, and the high winds pushing them over. Wind gusts up to 150 miles per hour. Flooding is also a concern around many homes in Greater Tahoe. Now, Truckee area schools are shut down again. The Tahoe-Truckee Unified School District says many campuses cannot be open safely right now due to the amount of snow. Also closed this morning schools in the Pollock Pines School District, so lower level. As for the skiers and snowboarders watching us right now, many ski resorts plan to be open for the busy 3-day holiday weekend coming up this weekend. Some of them even plan to be open for business today. So there's great snow. Unfortunately, a lot of people just can't get to it, but perhaps they'll be inching their way in there today and through the weekend, Megan.
Right. I was saying earlier, Rob Carlmark, Dina Cutfer, snow bunnies, and excited for this weekend, but maybe a little bit jealous, Rob? Are you? Just a little bit?
Oh, I'm completely.
That you're not there?
Yeah. I was supposed to be up there for a weather conference, so I mean, I had the station convinced that I needed to be up there in the snow. But you know what? It just didn't work out that way. So for everybody else, there'll be one less skier on the mountain. Enjoy it.
Rob has a honey-do list. Rob has a list of things his wife needs him to do too. Let's be honest about it. That's the reason why.
And Dina's writing up the honey-do list. And maybe Dina, you'll go solo this weekend.
You know what?
A little girls trip?
Anytime I can get to the mountain, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And I'll think of you, Rob. I'm sorry you can't join me, but I'll think of you.
Hey, Rob,
clearly.
do you want me to bring you some snow?
That'd be great.
He'll build you a snowman. Oh, that's right. Marcus Allen, you're a snow bunny too, and I always leave you out. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I just
okay.
figure you're in LA watching a movie or something.
I try to stay off the radar. There might be an officer watching.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Thank you, Marcus Allen. It is 6:06. You saw it at the top of the hour. The American River is raging, and we're seeing some of its highest flows in recent history. The American River runs from the Sierra Nevada to downtown Sacramento, where it connects with the Sacramento River. Dams help regulate the flow of the water. The north and south forks of the American River then join in Folsom Lake. So keep with me here. Water from the lake is then released through Folsom Dam and into Lake Natoma before it's released through the Nimbus Dam into Sacramento. So once the water reaches the Sacramento River, it goes around downtown, and when there's too much of that water, that is when water officials decide to open up the Sacramento Weir. And that is where we find our Michelle Apon this morning. She's been out in the field all week long doing an awesome job with weather coverage. You are one of our weather experts here at ABC 10. So how is it out there? How many of those Sacramento Weir gates, how many of them are open this morning?
Well, they opened up 15 yesterday, and as of right now, there are 35 gates that are flowing through with water. So much water is moving through these gates. When I spoke to an official this morning, they said they do not plan to open any more gates. They have good stabilization. Now, here's a little perspective. I want to show you some pictures of what the weir looked like before the gates were opened. And this is video from yesterday from Cal OES, and they worked to open 15 more gates to keep the river at a manageable level. As we've been telling you, the purpose of the weir is to prevent the city of Sacramento from flooding. Water from the Sacramento and American rivers are diverted to the Yellow Bypass. After today's showers, we are in store for dry weather. With that comes increased snowpack melting and more surface runoff, so there will be more water moving through the weir. Now, I have some really fun math for you this morning, Megan. Now, each gate approximately releases 1,500 cubic feet per second. And with 35 gates, that's 52,500 cubic feet per second of water moving through the weir. I'll send it back over to you.
And I want to bring Walt Gray into this for just a second, because Walt, you were out at the Sacramento Weir. There you are.
Hey.
Out at the Sacramento Weir earlier this week as well. 45 plus gates, 48 gates there.
Well, when I was out there, they had opened the first 7 of those gates, and they said that, you know, for the time being, it's going to be 7 out of the 48, and that was going to be
That's it. Okay.
And then yesterday, wow, so that just shows you the amount of water coming down at the Sacramento River and all that. So obviously, we are still in a critical situation.
Yeah, and like Rob Carlmark has been saying, flood control at its finest. None of us would be here able to live gracefully up here in Northern California if it wasn't for all of this flood control. So awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Walt. Several parks along the American River will reopen today. That includes the American River Parkway, Hazel Avenue Access, Sunrise Recreation Area, Sailor Bar, William B. Pond Park, among others. Sac County Regional Parks officials say they expect to open those locations by 8 o'clock this morning, but several access points will remain closed because of the dangerous conditions, including Discovery Park and Watt and Howe Avenue parks. The rain is still coming down today, and we're trying to stay dry. Dina is here with some ideas to the weather, and so that the weather does not dampen your day. If you're watching us on Facebook right now, thank you so much. Hello there. Go ahead, grab that remote, turn on your TV set. We are on here at the Morning Blend until 7 a.m. Then it's all about Good Morning America. Stick with us.